got a DM from Shelley of Knit Stars. The preview just says, "Hi, Samantha, I've been following." Okay, I'm not gonna jump to conclusions, but I wanted to film this just in case. All right, I'm clicking on this message. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Let me just read it. "Hi, Samantha. I've been following your work for a while now and absolutely love your design. Sense of adventure and joyful vibe. I've been planning the 10th anniversary of Knit Stars for 2025. Our theme is Season X, Be Extraordinary. And to me, you're the embodiment of that theme. Could we schedule a quick call to discuss?" Oh, I'm just shaking. Okay, what do I say? How do I respond to this message? Okay. All right. Okay. I just got a DM from Shelley of Knit Stars. She thinks I'm extraordinary. Yes, we can schedule a call. I'm about to log on. I'm about to log on to my meeting. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Recording in progress.
Hi.
Hi,
How are you? How's it going?
Great. It's good to meet you. Yeah, it's like your name came up and I was like, oh, I've been following her for a while. And and also, MDK.
Oh yeah, they're the best.
Yes. But I got excited about the possibility of doing like a documentary style, storytelling, not just a class in a sterile environment. So go to the stars, and I'd never sat in on a workshop, and I was like, everyone should get access to this. It's not fair that only certain concentrations of certain groups get access to these top teachers, right? It's so life-changing. Crochet Stars. So, and this may or may not be relevant for you, but what I'm thinking I want to do, I've always really thought, our name is Knit Stars, but I'm like, everyone should learn how to do both. And
I completely agree. Yeah.
Looking through all of your stuff, I will say off the top, I'm super intrigued by crochet beading. We haven't offered that.
Yeah. It's something, that I've always been kind of doing on the side. And then it's so simple to do. Like there are multiple ways you can do it. And I think it looks really intricate. So people are always kind of like a little bit hesitant. And then whenever I'm like showing people how to do it, they're like, oh, that's all you have to do. It's like you just, and then, and it adds you can take it in so many different ways.
And I'm starting earlier than ever this year. We'll have a secret meet and greet. So you meet the other new stars. And then we have team members, me and Beth primarily. Beth is our, Beth Gorshek, adaptive knitter is.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Yeah. He's our relationships manager, but that's a fun thing to get to work with a dyer that you already know or that you want to work with, and it adds that extra. It's just an extra fun component to the whole thing and supports the dyer, which is nice. Yeah. Because then you can see, because everybody gets nervous, everybody has imposter syndrome, everyone 100% to look totally clean and perfect and controlled, and it doesn't. That's it in a nutshell. So that's it. But you can't say anything about any of those things until you announce that you're a star.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me know if anything pops up in the meantime.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is so exciting.
Okay, good. I'm super excited too. You're the first one I got to talk to.
Oh, really?
Yesterday, but yeah, you're my first one.
Oh,
so.
yay.
Okay, bye.
Bye. I'm gonna be a knit star. You're having delusions of friendship. Someone says you're so. Gotta come up with a better system. Okay, so I'm getting ready to dive into my very first official Knit Stars meeting with Geraldine of the Wandering Flock, who is going to be the dyer for my class. I've known Geraldine for several years, pretty much since the beginning of my Bobble Clubhouse journey. I met her like right after my very first event, and she's been just such an incredible supporter of Bobble Clubhouse and of me and all the things that I've been doing, and I'm just really excited to get to work with her in this way. So a couple weeks ago, I put together an official like mood board, inspiration board of all of the things I was thinking. It was kind of more of a brain dump for me, just to kind of get all the things that are in my head out and onto the page so I can describe it to other people. And Geraldine is amazing at what she does. She was able to so effortlessly like pull 5 core colors out of the inspiration and mood board. And it was like exactly what I had been thinking in my brain. So I'm so excited to get into this call where we're going to kind of dive a little bit deeper into the color and get into like the nitty gritty of, you know, timeline and all of that fun stuff. But we're going to get to talk about the reality of like what these colors are going to look like in yarn, which is so different than just like a flat Pantone color, which is where we're at right now in the process. So yeah, so I'm really excited to get to meet with her and continue and bring this project to life for all of you. I don't think that this video is, I did the same thing. I just knocked over my, oh my gosh. Okay. So I don't know if this video is ever going to see the light of day, or this portion of the video is ever going to see the light of day. I just had a really fantastic meeting with Geraldine and Marie from the Wandering Flock about my Knit Stars class, and it went really well. I feel a little bit underprepared, but I think there's just so much to take in. At this point, I know we're gonna get there because the Knit Stars team, this isn't their first rodeo. Anyways, I digress. It was a really great meeting. And here's the thing. I call my mom like every single morning. I called her this morning. I actually had some really big news about a project that you guys will have already seen by the time this video goes out. I got approved to do a KitchenAid mixer campaign with Lowe's. Oh my gosh. Okay, well maybe this lamp doesn't need to be right there. Anyway, the point is, really good news to share with my mom this morning. So I called her a second time and I told her, and she was the biggest cheerleader. And then I just had this meeting And I tried to call my sister. She didn't pick up. It's not her fault. She never answers the phone when I want her to. But I realized, like, I'm very, I realized that I don't have anyone to call. Who I don't have a person. I don't have a person who I can call when you get these really big moments. I have my best friends and they've been cheering me on literally all day, but you know, at a certain point you can't really just like hop into the group chat for the 5th time and be like, hey, this other thing really cool happened to me. And they wouldn't care, but I care about that stuff. But I don't have like an obligated person who has to listen to all of your things, all of your big moments. I don't know, it just made me a little sad. I know that's stupid because I just had a really fantastic meeting about a masterclass that I'm extremely excited about. And yet, I don't have anyone I can share it with. And, you know, I made this commitment to like marrying myself and being my own person and all that stuff. And I stand by that decision, and I feel really at peace with that. But it just gets challenging in moments like this when I just want to be able to pick up the phone and be like, hey, this really cool thing happened to me. So I don't know, maybe you guys can be that person for me. Maybe when I feel this way, I'll just hop on my phone and talk to you. But yeah, just kind of put a damper on a really fun, exciting thing. But that's a side note. The big note is that this yarn is going to be so great. And Geraldine and Marie and the entire Wandering Flock team are so great. Yeah, so that's all. That's all. Okay, I think I just figured out my bag. I was stumped last night. I was up so late. I have a meeting with Geraldine and Beth from Knit Stars, Geraldine from the Wandering Flock, and Beth from Knit Stars. Like now it's in, you know, like 30 minutes. And I'm gonna present to them my, see, I'm like trying to do too many things at once. I'm like trying to talk to the camera and, please hold. Okay, so I'm going to present my bag design to them. I've been back and forth. I knew exactly what I wanted it to look like, and it was getting later and later and later. I was so frustrated. I just decided to just go to bed and try again in the morning after I've had some coffee. Something clicked overnight, and I am in love with where this is going. I'm going to try and finish up this swatch before my meeting so that I can show them my idea, and they can kind of start to get an idea of what's in my head. It's moving along swimmingly. This is kind of what I'm working on right now, which will be up the sides of each bag. So the variables are just making sure that the strap itself is sturdy enough. I love a bag that can go like over my shoulder, but even that has to deal with some level of like scrunching. So I haven't decided on the stitch pattern for the strap. And then thing 2 is figuring out the beads, I really like the ones that I'm using right now for this swatch, but in the meeting today, I'm going to get a chance to see the yarn for the very first time, but I'm just like so in love with where this is going. If you can kind of tell where this is going, I think it's going to be epic. It's starting to feel like really real now. Yeah, and I'll do another check-in after the call and kind of start to sprinkle in a little bit more updates as we get closer and closer to the launch, so that you guys can be a part of this journey. Yeah. I have my color. Okay, better. I have my color. I have my Knit Stars color. Oh my gosh. It's so good. It's so good. I don't know how Geraldine does it every single time. Those of you who are fans of the Wandering Flock already know what I'm talking about, but Geraldine Marie, their eye for color is so next level. They pulled the colors into Pantone chips in the last meeting that we had. Don't know how they narrowed it down to like the 5 key colors that I was actually thinking about in all the mess of everything that I sent them, but they did. And then after that conversation, they were like, okay, we're gonna start diving in. And so we had the call today. They sent me 2 gorgeous options. Geraldine like pulled it out from her lap. There was like this magical reveal, and they showed me the first option, which is, I won't spoil it. So they showed me the first option, and it's everything in like, it's everything. It's so gorgeous. And I was just like, okay, well, I don't know how you guys are going to top that. And then they pulled out the second option, and it was just as stunning, just as stunning, completely different take on everything that I had sent them, but just as stunning. And it was one of the hardest decisions I've had to make in a really long time, because they were both so gorgeous. But we went with the, I don't want to say more neutral, because it's definitely not neutral, but like the more like, the one with fewer colors in it, right? Only because of the beads and the additional texture. And the thing that I was concerned about with all of you guys is like making sure that the base yarn is rich and gorgeous and has depth, but doesn't take away from the beading that's going to be happening on top of that. And I know, some people have, hang-ups around like texture and color and all of the mix and match that comes in with that. And I wanted to make this as accessible as possible. So we ended up going with option 1. And I'm so freaking pumped to get into this pattern now. So I'm not great at sketching. I'm just going to level with you. Sketching has never been my strong suit, and like I went to school for design, and sketching wasn't my thing then. Still not my thing now. But one thing I love doing is a schematic. I love doing a schematic. It helps me like wrap my brain around the project itself in terms of the measurements that I want to hit, the way that a project is constructed, and kind of just getting to see it on paper. Now that I've seen the color, I don't think that I'm gonna go with these for the beads either. So this is really changing a lot from this version to what will be the final version. It feels really real now. And Geraldine is going to, now that we've landed on a color, her and Marie are going to do another batch next week. And then they're gonna send me the yarn to make the kit. And then it's freaking on. It's on. I'm really excited for you all to see what I've been working on. I feel it's funny in the call. I think it was either Geraldine or or Beth, I think it was Geraldine, said, called themselves like a bag lady. And I want to be the bag lady so badly. And I really feel like this kit is it's the ultimate bag lady bag. It's everything that I would want in terms of shape, in terms of color, in terms of texture. It's everything I love in one project. And I'm so excited to have the opportunity to like give that to you all. I'll see you. Well, for you guys, it'll be 10 seconds, but for me, it might be a week. See you soon. I'm a little bit sleepy, but I am feeling energized because I am heading over to the Wandering Flocks offices to pick up the 4 skeins I need to make my bag. Up until this point, I have seen photos of the yarn. I saw photos of the yarn this week. So the final yarn that is already at the Knit Stars offices. And I saw the yarn reveal a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't actually seen the yarn in person. And as we all know, yarns can look a little bit different once you see it in person. So I'm a little bit anxious, but I trust Geraldine and the Wandering Flock team so much. And I just know that this yarn color is going to be spectacular. So because I live in New Jersey and the Wandering Flocks offices are in Brooklyn, she's really not that far from me. So I just said I would pick it up because I want to get the yarn in my hands as soon as possible. I have thought about this yarn for weeks, maybe months at this point. And I just know it's gonna be gorgeous. It's been a swatch, it's been a sample, it's been a schematic, but it hasn't actually been physically in my hands. And once I get the yarn, I can just kind of take off to the races and start making this project. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go because I wanna get on the bus so that I can get on the train so I can get to the office and I can get to the yarn. Bye. Just want to lay down and cry. It's 3090. Why? I don't know the words to the song. What can you do? Okay. I'm gonna do a mini little unboxing today. I got a really fun package in the mail that I started to open and then I realized I should set up my camera, so I paused on that. And then I want to show you my yarn. I put it in the baggie and then tied it up and came home, and then I haven't opened it since. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do this without doxing myself. It says fragile on the side. So it says it's from Knit Stars. Oh my gosh, the struggles of being a brown person with cameras. This whole process has been such a whirlwind. I've kind of passed over my imposter syndrome that I've been struggling with this entire time. It's still there in the back of my head, but I was talking to someone recently and they were saying that like if you're in a room full of people that you admire and you're feeling that like little piece of imposter syndrome, then you should remember that they wouldn't just have you in the room. Like if you're in there and you're looking around and you admire everyone that's in the room with you, then chances are you deserve to be in that room. I have a hard time kind of accepting that. It's been about 10 years since I've been building Bobble Clubhouse and kind of started this whole journey. And it's tough for me to kind of sit back and think about everything that I've been able to accomplish over those 10 years. I'm really honestly quite proud of that. And just to be included with this list of people feels like an accomplishment in and of itself. And I'm trying really, really hard to give myself those flowers. Oh my gosh. It's official. Okay. I'm a knit star. The cup says so it must be true. Oh, there's a little note inside. Okay, I didn't even see that. We are excited for an extra, and X has the little X in it. Special season, yours in yarn, Knit Stars. Thank you, Knit Stars. Not just for the mug, but thank you for the opportunity and for believing in me. I know this class is going to be amazing. I'm going to put everything that I have into it. And why do I feel like I'm accepting an award? I'm just like, thank you to my family and my friends. I picked up this yarn 2 weeks ago and I have not unboxed it, taken it out of this bag since then. My process is kind of like, I take steps forward and then I have to pause and take a step back. And it helps me not to feel super overwhelmed. Actually, before I show you, oh my gosh, before I show you this, let me give you a quick reminder of when I was at VKL, I got to take home some Wandering Flock yarn. So this was the yarn that I've been kind of working with since then. And here we are now. Oh my gosh. Meet my yarn for season 10 of Knit Stars for my Crochet Stars class, Beading with Crochet. There we go. This color is unreal. I hope it's showing up on camera because it's just, it's so rich. Geraldine is she's the queen of color and color theory, and she was able to pull all of the inspiration from my mood board and my Pinterest board that I had sent her. And she was able to just kind of crack into my brain in a way that I don't know that many people are able to. I'm so in love with what she did, and I think that this color is going to work so perfectly with the beads. It's not going to overpower them or overwhelm them, and it's going to just form an amazingly gorgeous base for the class. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Plus it's just like a gorgeous yarn on its own too. Like a strong yarn that stands on its own, but is just gonna be intensified with the beauty of the beads. Geraldine gave me the honor of being able to name this yarn color. Are you ready for it? This yarn is going to be called Mahogany. I really loved the name Mahogany for this yarn color for a few different reasons, but for one, this yarn has so many different shades and depth to it, and I think mahogany, you might have like one shade of mahogany that pops to mind when you hear that, but there's actually such a rich color spectrum that's within the mahogany family. And I think all of those colors are within this yarn. But also just on a deeper level, I was doing some research into the history of mahogany. Historians have been able to trace the term mahogany back to a West African origin. The belief is that when slaves came from West Africa to Jamaica, they identified trees that looked similar to ones that they were used to seeing in their home, and they called those trees the same thing that they were calling them. That term eventually developed into a Portuguese term, and that term was developed into an English term, mahogany, which is what we now call this classic wood that we use in American homes, which I find to be just a really interesting pathway. And there is, again, some debate on that history as well. I need more coffee. Anyways, I digress. My point is that I think it's the perfect name for this yarn, and it ties back into my inspirations. I'm so excited. A little bit of background on this yarn, some of the details. At the time of me picking up this yarn, we hadn't named it Mahogany yet, so the color name is listed as KS10 for Knit Stars 10. It is 190 yards, 173 meters, and the base is 100% superfine extra fine. Superfine extra fine. Oh, superwash SW. Oh my gosh. And the base is 100% superwash extra fine merino. It is such a magnificent and rich yarn. All right, we're gonna do our announcement video. She thought she was going to doggy daycare, and I can feel her with every step as we get closer to my photo spot, that she's just getting less and less excited, which is perfect for photos. Something people don't know. It's coming. We do. I cannot believe that we are here, but this is actually going to be my final update of the video. Launch day is right around the corner for you all. It will be today, which is insane to say out loud. This has been one of the most amazing experiences so far. I wanted to thank a couple of people before we close out this video. I want to thank Shelley and GG and Beth and the Knit Stars team for being such incredible supports and answering my texts, my last minute, late night, early morning, Saturday weekend texts. With all of the questions and anxieties and just check-ins that I've had across this time. I want to thank all of the amazing stars that are a part of this season. I cannot believe, I'm getting better about believing that I am in this crew. These are people who I have looked up to and admired and just been in awe of for like over a decade now, some of them. It's also been really funny because I don't know, a lot of people know this about me, but I used to work in marketing at Lion Brand Yarn. So I've worked with a lot of these people being on the opposite side of the camera, being the one pointing the camera at them. And so to be in a room with all of them on this side of the camera is, it's really special to me. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna get it together. I've just got a lot of emotions like rolling around. It's really special to me. I also want to thank the past Knit Stars from previous seasons who reached out to me immediately as soon as they found out that I was in this crew, and I've hopped on calls with Mika and Chantal of Knititude. Chantal of Knititude was one of the first people that I talked to months and months ago, and we got on a FaceTime call and she was like, this. And we talked for literally like an hour of her time, just her walking me through everything and holding my hand. And it was incredibly wonderful. And like I said, Mika of Salt and Stone Knits, who we also had a really amazing Zoom call where she was like, I have these questions about something I'm working on, and I was like, I have these questions about Knit Stars, and we were able to kind of trade knowledge in that incredible community. Oh my gosh, I really need to like get it together. I'm just really excited. Yeah, past stars, thank you so much for reaching out. Hannah, thank you. I did not think I was gonna cry on camera again. So one thing that I didn't mention in now that I'm editing this video, I'm editing it and filming it and kind of filling in the gaps, which is why I'm here right now. I had the chance to choose a charity to work with for this masterclass, and I chose the Loveland Foundation. I'm gonna put their information up on the screen here. They are a charity that I have been obsessed with for years. They help Black women and girls and female identifying people with giving them the access to mental health services that are so often just put to the side or put to the back burner. I think women, especially Black women, are so trained to be like the strong one, to be the backbone. And because of that, I think there's a huge stigma in the community where asking for help or being soft and having a moment of just being like, hey, I'm actually not okay, is still a challenge to this day. And the Loveland Foundation does such incredible work to help Black women and girls and Black female identifying people get the help and services that they need for free, so that it's not an additional burden on your family, and you are able to fill up your cup so that you can then fill up the cup of your children and your family. I'm so excited to be able to work with them and give back through Knit Stars. So again, thank you, Shelley and Knit Stars, for giving me the opportunity to give back to the Loveland Foundation. I'm going to do another full video where I reveal my project to you. This is just kind of a video showing my process in the background and how we got here. But I did want to give you one final sneak peek of my pattern, of my project. Okay, are you ready? So here we go. I think the yarn works so well with the beads, and I think it's just going to be spectacular. I did want to acknowledge that times are tough right now in the world with where we are right now at the time of me filming this. Things are extremely tight on a lot of families. And I'm thrilled to let you know that Knit Stars this season is offering payment plans. So if you can't do the full price at this moment, but you want to take advantage of the low price of early bird pricing, you can do that and sign up for a payment plan. So you can get the early bird pricing, but break it up so that it's a lot more manageable. For me, my crafting, my yarn, my making process is so tied to my mental health, right? And I love that you can access these classes wherever you are in the world. You can take them on your own time and on your own schedule, and you really do get so much bang for your buck with this offering, especially if you take advantage of early bird pricing. If you are going to take advantage of early bird pricing and you want to sign up for the class now, you can. It is available right now, and I am going to put the link in the description of this video. I would appreciate it so much if you used my link. It is an affiliate link, and Beth and Gigi and Shelley of Knit Stars have chosen me for this class, and I've finally accepted that I am in this crew, but I would love to prove them right in their belief in me. So if you use that link, it really does mean a lot to me. If you've made it to this point in the video, thank you so much for being an amazing support system to me, talking to you all, even though you couldn't see this. has been really helpful as I try and process through all of the emotions of releasing this class to you. Thank you so much for making it to this point in the video. And if you have made it to this point in the video, leave a star in the comments section so that I know that I'm talking to you. And thank you. With that being said, I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.
In this life, we can travel to extraordinary places, see extraordinary things. But the one constant, no matter what's happening in the outside world, is the extraordinary that lives inside you. I invite you on a journey to reveal your most creative self with Knit Stars Season 10. 15 world-renowned knit and crochet stars, helping you step more fully into the extraordinary you. Join thousands of fiber artists in more than 50 countries who've already said yes to their creative journey. Enroll now at knitstars.com.
I am a knit star!